Good morning. You are listening to UpReach, a morning devotional presented by the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee, to encourage you as you face the opportunities and challenges of today.
And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, indeed Satan has asked for you, that he may sift you as wheat. But I have prayed for you, that your faith should not fail. And when you have returned to me, strengthen your brethren. But he said to him, Lord, I am ready to go with you, both to prison and to death. Then he said, I tell you, Peter, the rooster shall not crow this day, before you will deny 3 times that you know me. Having arrested him, they led him and brought him into the high priest's house. But Peter followed at a distance. Now when they had kindled a fire in the midst of the courtyard and sat down together, Peter sat among them. And a certain servant girl, seeing him as he sat by the fire, looked intently at him and said, This man also was with him. But he denied him, saying, Woman, I do not know him. And after a little while another saw him and said, You also are one of them. But Peter said, Man, I am not. Then after about an hour had passed, another confidently affirmed, saying, Surely this fellow also was with him, for he is a Galilean. But Peter said, Man, I do not know what you are saying. Immediately, while he was still speaking, the rooster crowed. And the Lord turned and looked at Peter. Then Peter remembered the word of the Lord, how he had said to him, Before the rooster crows, you will deny me 3 times. So Peter went out and wept bitterly. Luke chapter 22, verses 31 through 34, and verses 54 through 62. In this daunting scene from Scripture, I often wonder how Peter, a disciple of Jesus who considered himself among the most loyal and devoted of Jesus' followers, truly feels when he realizes he has fulfilled the prophecy made regarding his denial of Jesus. Peter thought it could never happen. His loyalty was too great, and yet, in the heat of the moment, he weakens and fails. As he denies Jesus a 3rd time and the rooster crows, Luke tells us that Jesus turns and looks at Peter. I wonder what Peter saw in the eyes of Jesus on this occasion. Was it a look of anger? Was it a look that said, See, I told you so? Or was it a look of disappointment? Was it a look of hurt? Consider these thoughts from God is No Fool by Lois Cheney. People die every day. People hurt every day. I read about their deaths, their tragedies in the paper as I eat supper. I hear about their pain on the radio as I dress in the morning. I keep up to date on the grief of the world. I am informed. A look of disappointment flitted across the face of one I cared for, and my breath came quicker. All day I could not get that look from my mind. Before I slept that night, I tried to erase that look, and then I prayed for it, and then I fell asleep, troubled. Does God love us so much? Does he see and feel every glance? Does he think about it all day? Surely not. Surely not the great God who rules the seas and the wind, who has witnessed stupidity and pain for century upon century. And yet I think he does, and the force of that thought smothers me. What about you today? Is Jesus looking straight at you? If so, what does he see? Or better yet, what do you see in his eyes? Is it a look of pride in you, or is it a hurt look of disappointment?
Howdy, y'all. My name is Will Brown. I'm the youth minister at Church Street Church of Christ. I want to invite you to our Vacation Bible School. This year our theme is Paul's Perilous Adventures, so saddle up as we ride with Paul through his wild adventures in the days of the early church. VBS kickoff will be that Sunday night at 5 p.m. Come get a big old tater with barbecue. And classes will start at 6 o'clock. Monday through Wednesday, we'll start chowing down about 5:30, with classes starting at 6:30. We'll have classes for kids, teens, and adults every night. And by the way, adults, we'll have Bill Watkins that will be our guest speaker for your class. Make sure to mark your calendars for June 4th through the 7th for our Vacation Bible School here at Church Street Church of Christ. Yeah!